Hey, everyone, welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted Podcast. It's me, Adam Hunter. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that just beat Jim Miller, Vinc Pichel. I am so happy for him. I'm waiting for Weendawg to come on, as well as Shang. I'm sure he's at a protest right now.
He doesn't want none of this.
Shang's at a protest.
Yeah, and then who else is coming on? Oh, Alesha Zappitella is coming on. Had a huge win in Invicta. She fucking kicked ass. I think she's the champ now, or she's the number one contender fight, but she did really well. I'm really happy for her. And so here we are.
Ashley Cummings was her opponent?
Yeah, Ashley Cummings. It was a great fight.
Her nickname's Smashly. Yes,
Ashley Smashly. Yeah. Well, she got smashed. So I'm kidding. She actually put up a really good fight. It was a good fight on both ends. So first we're going to talk about there's still a lot to talk about as far as the Woodley versus Colby Covington fight, which, my thoughts are this on that fight. I was surprised how it went down. I thought it was going to be more competitive. I knew that, Colby Covington, I thought he had the youth factor and had the cardio factor and would be able to frustrate it. I just thought he'd be in more danger during the fight. And I was surprised that he wasn't. I was surprised that he also took Tyron Woodley down a bunch of times with beautiful double legs, because Tyron is harder to take down than El Chapo. I mean, the guy actually, he's really good at takedown defense. And he's also a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He was a white belt, but he said that was too racist. So he got his black belt.
Right when I come in.
Good timing.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, what's going on?
We got Shang and Joe here.
What up, Shang?
What's up?
What's up, man?
So we're
Hey, please don't hurt me.
A little bit about the fight between Tyron Woodley and Colby Covington. Now, I think this is one of those things where it's just work ethic. Because if you look at natural ability, Tyron Woodley is a better athlete than Colby Covington. If you had them both doing the 100 yards, lifting, this and that, but Colby Covington just works harder at this stage of his career. And I also think the lack of punching power helps Colby Covington in this regard, because he knows he doesn't have that third round Hail Mary that so many fighters we talked about in the past, they get reliant on it. They go, oh, I can knock somebody out. You included, Vince. Okay, so I can give away the first round or the second round. Not really you, because you actually, every round, you never get – well, the first round you give away sometimes. But some of these guys –
Not really.
I always give away the first.
I think Tyron sometimes, he kind of relies on it, and I think this is a matter of how hard you work. And I'm not saying Tyron doesn't work hard. He obviously does. But Colby just works the hardest. In fact, the only person that works harder than him right now is Usman, which is why their fight was so close. Because Usman also was a great wrestler, but he wasn't a D1 national champion. He was I think, a D2 national champion. But he also afterwards lived at the Olympic Training Center. He wanted to make the Olympics. He didn't make the Olympics, but he lived there because he knew he wanted to get better. He knew the work he had to put in. Now, I think that
I think of how much better he got being there after his already career,
Yeah, but Adam, you got to just – Tyron Woodley's had a long career. He didn't show up that time. He's like – I don't like agreeing with Dana White sometimes when he says a person should retire, but – he had a really, really good run. And I think he just doesn't have the same heart in it. And he didn't show up. That's all. It's not that he's still not a good fighter. He just didn't show up.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that exactly what I'm saying. Number one, he also said, Tyron, that he's not going to quit. He's not going to change camps. He's not going to change coaches, which, I mean, look, you've lost 15 rounds in a row. So at this point, you have to do something different. Otherwise, the results are not going to change unless they put you up against lesser opposition, which, I mean, yeah, they can do that, sure. But why? He's that guy. Now, like Sinbad said, you're funniest when you're riding the bus, okay? And Colby Covington, at this point, is still right. He still wants it. He's still hungry. Yeah, he had the intern.
Yeah,
but and I see it as comics, as comedians. Look, I don't want to be doing the worst shows ever, okay? But I do it because I know I'm going to get better at them. I do those late night spots. I did laundromats. I did supermarkets. I do these Zoom shows. I do it because I know that's what it takes to become a great comic. How many times, Shang, have we seen a comic come out? They're awesome, their first album. they're a bank, and then they get some success, and they don't do the spots as much. They only headline their own shows. They only bring in their crowds. Before you know it, they're fucking trash. You see it with music.
Oh, no, it's work ethic. No, it's work ethic, but I'm just saying Kobe is still hungry, but I think that if he fights Usman again, it's going to be a really good fight. And I think if he fights Masvidal, I think that Masvidal I still believe Masvidal got that dog in him, and I think that Masvidal will give him problems. I mean, standing on the feet, Masvidal got more power, and he's no joke. So I think
we're not talking about Masvidal right now. Okay, let's stay on topic. Okay.
No, okay, Kobe fighting, but Kobe wants to fight Masvidal, and that is on topic. Kobe wants to fight Masvidal, and Kobe wants to fight Usman again.
Yeah, of course he wants to fight Usman again, and I think that him and Usman, it was a very close fight. I think if they fought each other 10 times, I think it would be 5-5. Okay, it was really competitive going into that last minute, and I think that Colby's game plan for this fight, which was to mix it up wrestling, was not his game plan versus Usman. I think he actually left teams and gotten better. Vince, thoughts on this fight?
I think for Colby, I think Usman is a better fight than Masvidal. I think Masvidal is a bad fight for Colby because I think Masvidal's takedown defense is too good. It'll kind of stifle his wrestling, and then he'll sock him up on the feet, right? Like he'll light him up on the feet. So I think that's a worse fight for him than Usman is. But I think Colby really wants Usman because he wants to win that back. And I think Covington can beat Usman if he's like determined enough. I think he can work hard enough to beat him.
Weendawg?
Well, I think Colby is in a position where he can fight for two different belts at this point. He can go fight for the 170 World Championship belt, or he can go fight Jorge Masvidal for the BMF belt. Let's not pretend that Nate Diaz is the only contender for the BMF belt. When you're a top 2, top 3 fighter in the welterweight division, you're a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, what is it with that belt? Is that just in the one weight class?
It's such a bizarre anomaly, but I love it, dude. That's what I love about Dana White. Like you pitch some bizarre idea. If he thinks it's gonna draw pay-per-view buys, he's gonna say, "Fuck it, let's do it." That's why I love this belt. I just, maybe we should have a BMF belt for every single division. For those guys that maybe will never become champion. But I like it, even though it's kind of a. It's kind of a weird,
Shang, were you crying during the fight? Because I remember I texted you after the fight. You were very upset. Did you go out and burn something?
I did loot a little bit. I looted a little bit. I went out and started some shit with cops. I started mushing cops right afterwards, though. No, of course not. Well, the thing was, I was upset about the fact that Tyron, it just seemed like he just seemed so distracted. I was like, dude, this could have ended up being a great fight, win or lose, and it wasn't. And that's what fucking upset me, that he didn't show up. So it was more upset. And then Kobe said some ridiculous shit afterwards. Fighting LeBron James. Shut the fuck up, dummy. That's just dumb shit.
Wait, so that speech didn't convert you?
Huh?
That speech didn't convert you?
No, it didn't. No, it's just, I get it. And he kissing Trump's ring. I get it. But the bottom line is, it makes you look foolish sometimes when you do shit like that. When you say shit like that. I'll tell you
what's foolish is that people are online now thinking that LeBron, with 6 months of training camp, can beat Colby Covington in a fight. First of all,
that's foolish too.
I think he'd be worse. I think he's better off with no training camp because you don't know anything, and then he might actually. He's still
LeBron gets ass beat either way.
LeBron responded. He said, "Listen, it's not even about you."
He's not. He didn't. He said it's a lot easier to talk when you're not in the ring. That's what he said. So for LeBron, he said it's easy for Colby to talk, but he's not in the ring right now, which is not.
I didn't see that one. I did see him say when he said that, but at the end of the day, of course, LeBron. That's foolish of LeBron, and it's foolish of Kobe to say that shit. I understand he's getting eyeballs on him and clicks, but he just came off like a fucking idiot trying to kiss Trump's ring. Or whatever the fuck he was doing was corny. It was corny. When people that knew him, and I watched a bunch of interviews afterwards, there's people that knew him said, this is an act. And I don't like that in fighters. I don't like if you're a hardcore motherfucker, then you're just a hardcore motherfucker and you say shit like to me, there's certain fighters that say shit that you go, that's really him. And then the other WWE shit is corny to me. It's just, and respectful. There's a lot of fighters that beats people's ass and they and
what I don't get is this. So like, okay, so
George St. Pierre always seemed respectful.
Of course, but that's not Colby, and I think there is room for everything, and I do kind of like that Dana said, look, we're not going to censor our fighters, and I think that's actually kind of cool because I think in other
I agree with him there, but he still came off like a goofball.
What was weird to me was like, so Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman were talking about it. And I like Max Kellerman. I was a fan of Max Kellerman when he used to have a public access show in New York City called Max on Boxing. Okay,
boxing, right.
I remember when he was a rapper. Max Kellerman was actually a rapper at one point with his brother who got murdered by a fighter. Who I was. Side note: I was at a boxing match after 9/11. I snuck in with my friend. There was a guy named James Butler who, after the fight, he lost the fight to Richard the Alien Grant. Afterwards, went to shake hands. It was on ESPN, and the guy cold clocked him with his glove off, almost killed the guy, knocked him out, and then it was in front of all these. It was like for the firemen and cops. They were all yelling, "Lock him up! Lock him up!" The guy goes to Rikers Island. The fighter goes to jail. He gets out of jail. Max Kellerman's brother, Sam Kellerman, lets him stay with him to try to help him out. Okay, the guy's nickname was the Hammer. And I remember I worked at a gym in L.A., and Sam Kellerman was one of the members. And I couldn't wait to meet him because I was a fan of him and his brother. Anyway, long story short, the guy, Sam's like, hey, man, you got to get your life together. You got to leave. The guy kills Sam Kellerman with a fucking hammer. Kills him. And now he's obviously in jail for life or whatever. So, I mean, this dude, like, it's a whole different topic. But anyway.
It's one of the worst ways to go out, dude, by a hammer.
Yeah,
the worst death.
I would say hacksaw.
Or just by fire, burning alive.
You know what? You know, rape to death. I think
that's pretty bad too. By Francis Ngannou.
If Francis Ngannou just took out his African dick and just raped you to death. Worse than
Sorry, Adam.
This show took a really weird turn. But I was saying, so Max Kellerman is on ESPN talking about how he didn't like Colby's comments. And if anything,
a lot of people did.
If anything, Stephen A. Smith was actually the voice of reason, going, "Listen, if we're talking, we got to hear the other side. We can't be the only one shouting." And I was like, "Wow, this is actually making them look logical." But then Max said, "Listen," he talked about the people protesting and the looters and the rioters. He's like, "Most of the protests are peace, but the ones that aren't peaceful, it's right-wing agitators starting the protests and blaming it on Black Matter," which is not true. Yes, of course.
That is true.
There are some, but it's mostly Antifa, Shang.
Antifa.
Here we go, Vince. Here we go.
Antifa is a description. It is anti-fascist. It's not an organization. There are people that are taking.
It's an organization.
It's not an organization. It's not an organization.
You're not watching it on the news. You don't watching these people.
Of course I do. I'm saying, but that's not the thing. There was absolutely a 3%ers, and there was actually people out there that were starting.
There were some, but it was mostly Antifa.
So that means like not every cop is bad. But every cop's bad.
They're both wrong. They're both wrong. I'm not defending.
No, the agitators are absolutely wrong. But
it's mostly Antifa.
The people that are protesting, Adam, the people that are protesting, the majority of people that are protesting are peaceful. The majority of cops aren't bad, but there are a percentage of cops that are bad.
Yes,
so you blame all the protesters, or do you blame all cops?
No, I'm not blaming either. I'm saying them. All I'm saying is this, and you're right on all those things. The majority of the people starting the fires and looting and causing the trouble is Antifa.
Are idiots.
And is Antifa.
Antifa, the people that take the mantle of Antifa, even though it's a description, are fucking idiots.
Okay, right. No one's defending them, but we're saying it's Antifa, right?
It's not an organization, though.
It's not all Antifa. It's also Black Lives Matter people, you know. It's not just Antifa.
There's a percentage of black people that are fucking nuts too.
Okay, but for Max Kellerman to not know that, and there's a
lot of shit you don't know. The smartest people here aren't me and you, Adam.
But I'm not on ESPN talking about it though. I'm not on ESPN. But I'm not on ESPN spouting these.
I know, but you're on MMA Roasted.
Okay, I'm just saying that I was like, and I think that Max Kellerman is misinformed. I don't think he's.
I think that what he said about Kobe, and there is a backlash from a lot of other fighters. Are like Kobe. We're getting back to the fighters.
Oh, okay, Kobe. Yeah.
Okay, but about Kobe, they said a lot of shit he said was a little over the line. They said And you know what? I think I get what he's doing. I don't think Dana White should censor him at all. And I think some fighters are going to take it the way that he meant it. And I think that if he fights Usman, it's going to be a close fight, but that's going to put sometimes you put a fire under other fighters' ass by saying dumb shit.
Vince,
really. I think that I know you don't want to talk about Masvidal. Masvidal, when you talk certain shit and he knocked it, I heard it. I don't know. My friend said it was the fastest knockout in UFC history. Is that true?
Yeah.
That Askren, yeah.
That is true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was – okay, wow. But I think that made him angry, and sometimes anger will motivate a fighter to really try to fucking hurt you.
All right, Vince, what are your thoughts? Hold on, Vince.
All right.
I think Shang's right, but also like the other side of the coin is it depends on who shows up on fight night, right? Like there's a lot of variables that are they're going to show up to it, and you can talk all the shit you want. Talk is the talk, but when it comes to fight night, if you're not fucking prepared, you didn't do the work, it's going to show, right? So that's what I think matters most is who does the work. I don't really honestly care about the talk. The talk is just like the sale tactic, right? It's just like people talking shit, people get mad at each other, it's emotional reactions, it's all shit like that. But when it comes to fight night, you're going to find out who actually put the work in and who fucking wants it more.
All right.
It could be Covington, it could be Usman, honestly. I think Covington has a really good chance of beating Usman.
Vince, I was very concerned about you, and I called you up. Could we talk about our phone call that we had?
Okay.
Okay, so you post a video of you on a scale. You're 198 pounds. Okay.
I know. Do you think I'm just like depression eating?
you fight at 155. Okay, that's 43 pounds you gained in a week and a half, possibly 2 weeks.
It was like 3 days.
3 days. You gained 43 pounds in 3 days. That can't be healthy.
How did you do it though? Like, what did you like primarily eat? Like cheeseburgers, donuts? Like, what's your tricks, dude?
I actually don't even eat. I don't really eat that bad. It was like pasta and like shit like that, right? It's like pretty decent food. Like, I don't really eat that shitty. Like, the shittiest food I eat is like Del Taco, right, and Chick-fil-A, which I don't really get that. I don't really get that shitty of food when I go there either. But it's mainly just my food. Like, I'm not a real shitty eater. I'm just a big eater, right? Like, I eat a lot. And normally I'm a big boy. Like, I walk around at 190 pounds. Like, that's my normal weight. So when I was ready in the camp for gym, I actually wasn't really in camp. I was kind of just training and dieting already a little bit. So I think I was walking around at around 82 when I found out about the fight at Miller. So I found it on the 3rd. I found the 15th. So I was 182 when I found out about it. I cut down from 182 to 166 to dehydrate the rest of my water weight off. I dehydrate, I make weight, and then I eat. And the next morning I'm 180. So when I fought Jim Miller the next day, I was 180 pounds.
Damn.
But that's pretty normal for me to be between 175 and 180.
But how did you feel? How did you feel?
I felt great. I felt strong as shit.
Yeah, but we're supposed to be getting ready on, hey, you're going to fight on 2 weeks' notice. And if you have to lose 43 pounds.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to do that on 43 pounds, but I'm not looking for a fight on short week notice if I'm weighing that much, you know?
So what do you weigh now?
I'm 180 now.
You're 180?
Yeah, I'm back down to 180.
Nice. So, look at you.
From hell.
Yeah, so, but don't you think that Adam, like he said, he feels good sometimes, even if he
43 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, you know what, too, Adam? You know what too is me dieting and like kind of not like carb starving myself, but restricting my carbs a lot. And then once I go back to eating carbs, like you have to imagine, like after the weigh-ins, you want to know what I ate? I ate a fucking rigatoni pasta meal with chicken and sausage for a family of 6. By the time weigh-ins were to the time of fights, I ate that whole meal from Buca de Beppo's to my dome. I ate that to myself. Like, I eat a lot, and that's on top of the other shit I ate, right?
Well, were you like busting like gravy, like when you? I
felt good and strong. Like what I was eating was like good, healthy food, right? Like it was good carb. I was carb loading. I was carb loading with my shit because that's what you need to do, right? You need carbs for the fight for energy. That's what energy.
How high are you right now?
I'm not too high, but I'm a little high.
We can all tell.
But I know. Well, you know what?
Calm demeanor.
I'm thinking about food right now, so I'm like super hungry too.
He's talking like he's giving a TED talk.
Yeah, so high and hungry.
It's 12:23 in the afternoon. Yeah,
but I just woke up like 2 hours ago.
Are you gonna work out today?
Yeah, I work out. I'm working out later tonight. I'm doing this right now, and I work out later tonight.
What kind of workout are you doing?
Jits. I got jits tonight grappling.
So you're gonna be high during jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, actually, I train high a lot.
Most people are high when they do jujitsu, believe it or not.
Dude,
especially at 10th Planet.
High, dude, if I could fight high, I'd fight so much better and be so much more relentless if I was high when I fought.
Yeah, but wouldn't you not be as angry and like fucking throwing crazy combos and all that?
I'd be a little smarter. I'd be more meticulous and a little smarter about it. I'd have more fun probably, I think. Because I like fighting high. Like, it just puts me in a good mood, right?
That makes sense.
Sure.
So you woke up.
No, it makes sense to me.
I'm one of those guys that could fully function when I'm stoned. Like, I could just get stoned to shit and function. Like, I'll smoke a blunt and then go to the gym and then I'll go roll for a couple hours or kickbox and spar and do whatever, right? And then I'm still
all right, so it's 12:30 right now. So you woke up at 10:30 in the afternoon in the morning. You smoked a joint or two. Did you eat cheeseburgers for breakfast? Like, what did you have for breakfast?
No, I had some oatmeal. I'm probably gonna make some tuna sandwiches after this.
And like, don't you have kids now?
No, I don't have kids, but my chick does. She got a little 2-year-old that's always over at my house.
Nice. How's that going?
It's going pretty good, actually. Her little 2-year-old is adorable. Her birthday's coming up too.
So, do you guys like train together? Do you like?
No, but she actually wants to train. She wants me to train her to teach her how to fight and stuff. So I'm actually really thinking about bringing her into the gym and letting her train. Because we have some girls that like could use some more partners, and she's super green, right? She doesn't know shit. She'd get her ass kicked, but
she's
I think
2.
she would like it. No, not the little girl. Oh, I thought you were talking about
Not the little girl.
I was talking about Alex.
Yeah, the 2-year-old's going to go.
No, the 2-year-old. No, she's way too young for that. I don't think kids really have the mechanical skills for like any kind of grappling until maybe like 4.
You think?
Maybe no. I saw this little
maybe
kid.
Maybe a little younger, but it's rare when it's.
He was 6 and he was a monster.
He was a little person, dude.
But how long was he like training for? How long was he training for though?
His father started when he was 4.
Yeah, see, that's a good age. But like kids have to develop their motor skills, right? Like they have to be able to ride a bike and do like simple motor skill tasks, right? To be able to kind of pick up any kind of physical aspect of fighting.
All right, so let's talk about the fights this Saturday. All right, so now that we have Chicho.
Oh, here we go. This is the shit I knew was going to be.
Back at Fight Island.
We got Costa versus Israel. Israel is 19-0, 8-0 in the UFC. Costa's 13-0, 5-0 in the UFC. I don't know, man. This is one of those fights where obviously somebody's O's got to go. Costa usually fights to the excitement level of the person against him, which is nice. Like if against Romero it was boring, against Gastelum it was exciting as fuck. Paulo Costa's all action going forward. Who do we like in this? Vince.
Honestly, like I want Paulo Costa to win, and I don't like Israel at all. Like I just don't like him. I just don't like him. But he's a really good fighter, right? But I think Israel's probably going to win. But I want Costa to win.
Okay.
Wow.
Shang.
I am on the exact same page. I'm serious. No, I don't like his personality.
Yeah,
I think he's kind of a dick. And all that anime talk, suck a dick. Yeah, you're not Yu-Gi-Oh. You're not all of that. But
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Or whatever the fuck that is.
That's a deep reference to the early 2000s.
Yeah, if I just do a Yu-Gi-Oh. No, shut up. But I just think that forward motion of Costa, he's going to walk into something. I think that strategically, I think that he's just not there. He's just not gonna. He's gonna run a little bit because he's gonna have to because the other guy's a monster. But I just think Israel's gonna catch him. I really do. I think he's gonna catch him I think it's gonna be not a knockout because I don't know if he can knock him out, but I think he's gonna piece him up. I really do. And I don't want him to. Even though I don't like the fake Ricky, he's a fake Ricky Martin looking motherfucker. He does look like. Come on, he looks like a beefed out Ricky Martin. I don't necessarily like him either, but I think he's going.
I mean, Ricky Martin likes beef. But all right, go on. Weendawg.
Yeah, he does. No, tube steak. It's tube steak, not beef. Tube steak.
I'm looking at this fight like I look at whenever John Jones or Khabib fights. I always try to come up with like the most preposterous way that their opponent could actually win and beat them because Israel is just so goddamn good, dude. But I might be psyching myself out and just, selling myself too much on Paulo Costa just forgetting about Israel's skill. But I definitely want Paulo Costa to win because I think he'd be such an exciting champion because, every single fight is just going to be chaos with him charging forward. So that's mainly why I like Paulo Costa. Pasta should be his nickname. Paulo Costa. But I do want Costa to win because he's like a teddy bear, dude. Even though he's like this giant muscle dude, I want to just give him a hug when he wears like his ridiculous shirts, and something about him I really like. So I have Costa winning. Yeah.
I gotta say, I think this is definitely reminds me of like an Anderson Silva, Vitor Belfort kind of fight, where I think that Silva's going to win and Belfort's going to come forward, but I think he's going to leave himself exposed. I mean, obviously that front, I don't know if it's going to be a front foot kick to the face, which was one of the most exciting things I've ever seen. I remember watching that live going,
yeah, that was pretty dope.
That was one of the most craziest knockouts. That was basically the original, in some ways, Ben Askren.
You hear his teeth click. You hear his fucking teeth click when he
that was like the Ben Askren Masvidal knockout, where you're like, what the fuck was that? Like,
did you see it? Did you see it?
I didn't see it live, but I saw it. Yeah, but I was watching it like on Big Wang's or wherever I was at, some bar.
No, when I saw that, I literally, it was so funny. Steven Seagal tried to take. Well, I taught him that. Shut the fuck up.
He was in the corner. He was in the corner for that.
Yeah, but it was still, that was goofy. But that kick, literally, I looked at the highlights on YouTube. It's in the top 10, like number 2 knockouts.
To me, it's right behind the Masvidal. I think Masvidal.
It's Masvidal. No, it is. It's Masvidal. Yeah. There, and
wait. What about Bisping and Henderson?
Oh, it's in the top 10. That's in the top 10 too.
But that was also,
you know what though? But you know what? That was I like the fight, but I thought that he did do a couple dirty shots that was like unnecessary. Come on.
Totally. It was totally the fact.
It was so fucked up. It's like, dude, stop. He's out.
That was honestly,
but it's the referee's job to stop the fight, not us.
Yeah, but
that was shitty.
Come on, man. That was.
Oh, are you serious? Come on, that was shitty as fuck.
That's how much everybody hated Bisping, where people were like, "Well, it's okay." Like that's how, at that point, and I love Bisping, but at that point, he was like public enemy number 1. I mean, he was playing the heel, but that was also.
Just right now. I'm friends with Bisping, and I like Bisping too. But if I had the chance to get some open shots of Bisping, I would, because he fucking pisses me off sometimes.
Yeah, but that was pretty brutal, man. I mean, nothing wrong with it, but I was sitting there going, dude, he's already out.
Wrong with that. He landed on his head, and then afterwards he was like, that's what he gets for talking shit. He didn't even like deny the fact that like that was, that's Dan Henderson for him. Anyway, we got Alesha Zappitella.
All the shit Bisping was talking though, like, he kind of did deserve that.
So we have an awesome fighter within the main event of last week's Invicta. Ass, so proud. I mean,
thank you.
Now she looks like she's got an OnlyFans account. You would not know that this girl was right last week. Congratulations, that was amazing.
Thank you. That's not how I figured that I would win, but hey, I got the job done. That's all that matters.
Well, let's talk about the fight, because you had me really nervous in that first round. She landed the right hand on you, and your legs buckled. Were you What was that like?
Up until that point, I thought she kind of already hit me with everything that she could, and I guess I just had to put my guard up a little bit more. I was ready for more power after that, and then I really like the 5 rounds more than the 3 rounds, because the first 2 rounds I get to really feel her out and just kind of pick out exactly how I can beat her.
Yes. Joe, can we bring up that the highlight of that highlights? I know we're not going to get monetized if we put it up, but fuck it.
For it.
So now you won with a Von Flue choke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you know? Was that one of your plans?
No, I was actually going to use the Von Flue choke to pass her guard, because that was the second time that I shot a low single and she ended up guillotining me. The first time I just passed. The next time I was like, I'm going to use the Von Flue just to pass, and she didn't let go. And I kind of felt her starting to break. I was like, I'm going to finish this.
Were you laughing? I always laugh when I have a Von Flue on someone and they just don't let go and I have them. I just laugh inside.
Yep. I was smiling. I was like, this is how I'm going to win a world title. Nice.
So are you the champ now? Is that for the belt?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That is amazing. Where's
the belt? It's not hanging over your bed? What the fuck?
Whoa! Whoa!
Yep.
Look. Fancy.
Thank you.
What's on the center of it? I can't really see because it's like gleaming.
There's a phoenix and
that's
Invicta.
tight.
Yeah.
So did you know? You said you knew when you could feel her break. You knew it.
Yeah. So the 3rd round, my coach pointed out a very big flaw in her game plan. So was able to capitalize on it. But I took her down, and I could feel her breaking underneath me. I was like, okay, I'm going to win the fight. I'm going to finish her. I know that I can finish her from being on top of her. So in the second round, when I locked up the Von Flue, I could feel that she was just giving up. So, yeah.
Wow.
Adam, turn on screen sharing.
Your double was like, I want to teach it to like my kids, because the way you shot him for the double, and then the way you took your other hand to kind of like, can you explain what you did? Because it was beautiful what you did.
Thank you.
Oh, here we go.
So here we go. All right, is this the first round when you got caught?
This is the third round.
Forget the. All right,
it says fourth.
Okay,
really?
so this
is the last round.
Right before my finish.
All right,
yeah.
show the win, but also show the first round, because I mean she was fucking rocked. Can I
do the first round right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What minute was it?
I don't know.
You don't even remember?
Serious, man.
You were there? Okay. Now, is your head?
I was just fighting. I don't know.
Yeah, she wasn't looking at the time.
I have a question. When you do your hair for the fight, are you like, this bitch better have the same fucking braids I have?
Honestly, yeah, it's crossed my mind before.
Oh man.
Do you think your chin was a little too high, Alesha? I'm not a fighter. I'm not a coach. I don't pretend.
Yeah. I stand a little bit too tall when I strike. Noticing that.
Yeah, because I was like, uh-oh.
I've been working my inside boxing a lot, but I've also been working my footwork for a long time. So I think that this fight, I showed a lot of improvement in areas, and I think that next fight or after that, I'll be able to actually show the confidence
right there. Right? That's where you got rocked. Right there.
Yep.
But it didn't matter. All right. Now let's go to the end, Joe. Because I was so and you were so psyched. You were jumping up around like a maniac. So here we go.
Is this it?
No, watch. No.
Oh no, this is the beginning of the last round.
Yeah, but you
I think it's only 1:20 into it.
Right there. So she's holding.
Oh, and you're in half guard too?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that not good?
Wow.
Well, for her to finish that in half guard is a little more embarrassing for the other girl, honestly.
Right. It's more of a smack in the face. Like,
look at you. Oh my God.
Yippee!
Now, is that guy your boyfriend?
That's my coach. I don't have a boyfriend. That's my coach.
Now, is that guy married?
No.
Oh.
Not anymore.
Because
my other coaches.
If you jumped on me like that, I think my wife would kill me. She'd be like, "You're not allowed to."
His girlfriend is so hot. She's so nice.
All right.
So it's nothing to worry about.
All right. Mm-hmm.
I think at the time, Adam, she's probably more happy about the win than thinking about that.
I'm just saying with my girlfriend.
I think that you're being
weird.
My
girlfriend.
You're being weird. Asking, you think you got a hard on when you jumped on him?
I didn't say you had a hard on. I said I had a hard on. No.
Listen, Adam, just don't let your wife see your girlfriend jump on you like that, okay?
That's
true. Your girlfriend get mad, Vince?
If a girl jumped me like that, I mean, I assume so, yeah.
Yeah.
But in that kind of city, that'd be different because that's like a fight. If I'm a coach, that's different.
You got to write a letter saying I'm very happy right now. That's how you celebrate. You can't actually.
But you know what?
Capital letters. I'm just very happy right now.
Yeah.
I think that it was the reason I asked you is because when you watch it, it's weird when like I'm sitting going, can she keep it going? Can she make sure? And you know that she broke, but that's the thing that I think is interesting that you were like, I got her. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you went, mistake, gotcha.
I've wrestled for 20 years. I'm really good at knowing when somebody's breaking. So.
Yeah, she almost made the Olympic team. She's an insane wrestler. Your shots were awesome.
Thank you.
And also your heart, because that's the thing. Like everyone talks about this new guy, like Chimaev, right? Everyone's like, he's the next big thing. I'm like, yes, he looks amazing, but we have not seen him get tested. Okay, it's not about being the hammer all the time. It's when you're the nail and then can go back to be the hammer. You showed in that first round, a lot of girls would have quit. They would have broke. They would have found a way to take a bad shot and get choked out. You're like, fuck that. I'm going to keep going. So
yeah, you got wobbled, but it just seemed like you're like, okay, I got wobbled, and let's go.
Yeah.
Yep, that's really all it was.
In fact,
Anyway,
one judge gave. Now,
Shit,
I'll tell you what
shit
I don't like open scoring in Invicta. Okay.
I actually tell my coach not to tell me the scoring. Last fight, I think that the open scoring messed me up, and I coasted a little bit too much at the end. So this fight, I told him I didn't want to know.
I'm saying what that is, like they tell you the score, what the judges have after each fight, right? Which I think is bullshit because now you know who won the fight. There's no mystery as a person watching.
Why have
No, I never like that. I think that if you're fighting, you're like, I don't want to know shit till the end. I want to keep going on 100 because I think it can take some of your heart out, or you might make a mistake because you're pushing too much. You're not thinking through the fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you might coast in that last round and then get caught coasting, or it's a boring fight because the person's coasting.
I think it's just another variable to worry about. Kind of stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they should keep it concealed until afterwards.
Now, I've noticed on your Instagram and your Twitter, since you've become champion, there aren't as many lingerie shots. You're not.
What?
You're not naked.
I have to do another photo shoot.
Okay, this is not.
Let me know if you need a photographer.
Thank you.
He'll be outside your window anyway.
I'll already be there.
And Ween turns up the creepy card.
I mean, if he's gonna be there, might as well make him useful, right?
Yes. Weendawg, good news.
What's that?
The hits literally keep on coming from one MMA event to the next. They grow in excitement and anticipation. Okay, want to know why? Because UFC 253 is no different. With two of the sport's most exciting fighters stepping into the octagon this weekend. It's gonna be. I can't wait.
I'm excited for these fights.
Me too. And there is no better place to get on all the action than with DraftKings, the leader in one-day fantasy sports. For this weekend's fight, DraftKings is offering new users a free shot at $500,000 in total prizes. I can use that. You?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's like 3 dinners for Vince right there. If you haven't tried it yet,
Family meals.
MMA is easy to play. You just pick 6 fighters, stay underneath the salary cap, and pile up points for advances, takedowns, and more. I would have made a fortune on your last fight, Vince. Oh, my God. There was so many.
Should have bet on me then.
I did. Who bet in, right? I always bet on you. And there's no better way to put your MMA knowledge to the test than to compete for a free shot at $500,000 in total prizes. But listen, if MMA is not for you, okay, don't worry. DraftKings is offering plenty of fantasy contests for all the sports that have returned to action. Plus, don't forget about football season, where DraftKings has even more money for grabs up every single week of the season. So here's your call to action. Download the DraftKings app now and use promo code ROASTED to get a free shot at $500,000 in total prizes for this weekend's UFC 253 contest. That's promo code ROASTED to get a free shot at $500,000 with your first deposit. Only at DraftKings. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. Thank you, Vince. Shang, come back. Alesha, come back. Let's talk. Okay. Have you been, now that you're the champ, have you noticed guys have been asking you out more, or has your inbox been flooded?
I mean, I don't think that it's any more than normal.
Yes.
But
Wait, hold on. I missed this one, but she posted a photo with topless with her belt.
I did do that.
Whoa, Weendawg.
All right, I'm on it.
All right.
I did do that the very next morning.
Wow. You see, now, did Shannon say anything from Invicta? Did she say, hey, listen, or did she say pick it up?
She didn't say anything about it, nothing at all.
You get a lot of, now, last time you said you were 25% lesbian. Are we still
25?
Wow.
25. Maybe less than 25%, but yeah.
Is this? Oh, this is.
That's a great picture, though.
Thank you.
Who took that?
There's no editing, nothing. That's what I looked like the next morning. Didn't really take any damage or anything. So.
What is this tattoo of right here?
That just is family forever, and my family member was supposed to get it, and then they never did. So it's.
Now, did Elias Theodore take this
That's
picture?
fucked up.
What'd you say?
Did Elias take that picture?
I took that picture.
Oh, you took it.
Elias wasn't there at the fights.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, so here we are. We're single. We're the champ. No more day job, right?
Nope.
You're training full time.
Oh, she's a champ now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Vince gains 45 pounds in between fights.
Okay.
You gonna keep bringing up bullshit, bro?
Yeah, I know.
Trying to start beef?
You're about to make me smoke a bowl right now just to relieve my stress.
How much weight do you gain in between fights?
Me?
Yes.
I usually walk at like 123, so
And
a little bit of weight.
And you fight at like 105.
You fight at fives?
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you, now that you're a champion, do you, now that you know you have a target on your back, because as champion, you know people want to come at you. Is there somebody that you go, okay, you've been wanting to come at me, I'm champ now, what's up?
Not really.
Who wants to shot the title?
Yeah.
There's a girl that I've wanted to fight for a while now, and I know that she's just not gonna fight me, so I might as well just not even call her out.
Call her out. Who is it?
Elise Anderson.
I hate that. I have no idea who that is.
Shit.
Elise Anderson.
She's blocked people because they say that we should fight. She's also from Michigan, so she has a really good record. She's also 105. We used to train together, so I don't know. I'd like to fight her, but
bad blood.
But no, sometimes I've seen people, once they get the belt, they're like, okay, fuck it, let's go, whoever.
I want to keep myself open to whatever possibilities or opportunities are on the table. So
how high are you right now?
I'm not high right now.
Well, come on, really?
Not as high as me.
By the way, thank you for coming to my show a couple weeks ago. That was really cool.
Of course, I had a good time.
Thank you very much. She came to my Zoom show. How cool is that? I got the champ, and then she wins the belt. See, people, come to my show, you win belts.
Yep.
Now, have you thought about going to 115 and making the UFC?
Definitely. Right now, I'm not lifting. I'm only lifting once a week. This way I don't gain muscle weight because I gain it very easily. And I think that even though I'm shorter, I'm always going to be shorter. I just kind of have to put some more strength and fucking, I don't know. I think I'd do good.
Yeah,
I think it would play into my style well.
I'd gain a little weight.
You're what? You're 4'11"?
Yeah.
4'11", 123 pounds. So, all right, Vince, you're a professional athlete. What would you recommend to her so she could be the champion at 115 in UFC?
Just keep doing what she's doing, honestly. She's good. She'd probably just need to gain a little bit of weight for the weight class because she'd be a little small for it, just to kind of counteract like the differences with the other girls. But I think she'd do very well, honestly. She'd do very well.
Yeah, but
she has that wrestling, though. It's a wrestling. Like, I'm super jealous of wrestlers because I wish I would have wrestled when I was younger instead of fucking
with like the law. The only thing is those girls are cut down from like 150 though, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say that much anymore now that there's 125 division, but
130 to 140, I would say, honestly.
Yeah.
Girls don't cut too much weight. It's hard for girls to cut weight.
I mean, Tatiana looks like a big girl. Tatiana Suarez.
Definitely. Yeah. If I went to the UFC, I would like to fight the smaller girls first, obviously, because there's a bunch of girls that are smaller or have fought at 105 before. So I think those ones would be good options.
Carla Esparza, karate.
Yeah, I would really like to fight Carla.
That actually would be a good fight, though. That would be a good fight for you.
That's why I like fighting at lightweight because it's like fighting little kids. It's like.
Shang, you haven't been laid in what? Shang, you haven't got laid in what? A year? 2 years?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Wow!
No, that's not true. I just didn't talk about it.
When was the last time you got laid, for real?
Wow.
Wow!
I don't know if I want to talk about that right now.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Yeah, but no, I have, but I just, I don't have anybody. I don't have one person that I'm.
Well, you're on lockdown. You have roommates. You have kids.
No, I don't have any roommates. What are you talking about?
There's always people walking in your background.
No, that was my son.
No, that too. But then there was other people like.
He's like, those are roommates. They were cooking in the kitchen one time.
Oh no! That was a while ago. Yeah, that was that were.
I'm saying that you and Alesha, I think, would be a hot couple. She's like a young. How old are you? 20, 21?
25.
I'm 78 years old, man.
She looks stoned. She looks like she's stoned. Her eyes are just
Me?
You don't look stoned. You think she looks stoned?
Her eyes look just as chic as mine, and I'm high.
Last time she was stoned.
She doesn't look stoned.
She's 25 years old. Dang, what? You're 50 something.
Yeah, what? Yeah, what are you doing,
You're
man?
not that old. You're not that old, are you?
Me?
Oh,
No, yeah.
How old are you, Shang? You're not your 50s.
Yeah.
Looks
Are you?
good, dude.
Damn,
You're fantastic.
You look good.
That's why he's so racist. He lived through all these movements, dude.
Wait a minute. I've driven through cornfields with your fucking ass doing shows. Shut your mouth. I know. The reason, okay.
Hopefully not backwards.
Because he always makes fun because I am older, and when I
He's the babysit Malcolm X.
I opened up for Malcolm. Okay, shut up. I think that like if you look back at the fighters before, and even when I was, I couldn't do it because even when you win, you're in so much pain. Even when you
I'm trying to get you laid here, dude. No one cares about this. Right,
okay, but
this is the good kind of pain. That's a good kind of pain, bro. Like you absorb that pain, bro.
You know what? I couldn't do it. I don't. You absorb the pain.
Okay, so you're taking out. All right, we're gonna play a dating game. I'm the only one married here. Okay, so
yeah, but you're linked up.
Where would your first date with Alesha be?
Oh my God.
Okay, no. Alesha, I didn't know this was going to happen.
I'm next. First thing
Ween got it. Ween will probably.
All right, so you guys take her out. You guys would topple a statue, right? And then.
Oh God! Instantly 10 years in prison because there's a law now.
All right. All right, Weendawg. All right, so you're taking out Alesha. What do you do?
Well, this is the kind of girl you got to know your information about her before you take her on a date. She's an MMA fighter, so she doesn't want to do something boring. She doesn't want to go to the movies. She doesn't want to go to museums. So I'm going to think outside the box. I'm going to take her to a shooting range. I'm going to go do some crazy shit, jump out of an airplane. But, that's the kind of dude I am. I want to see if you can handle a weapon, I want to see, just how tough you really are. I'm not tough or anything. So if you're going to be the alpha male in the relationship or the alpha female, I got to make sure that you can protect me and stuff.
I've never
do some crazy stuff like that. I think a shooting range is a fun first date.
Okay, so you want her to protect you, Weendawg?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Vince. All right.
I'm dead.
I know that you're in a relationship now and you have 3 kids. But okay, so you're
taking 3 kids. What the fuck?
He just made you go from he has 7 kids and he lives with 9 roommates.
All right, so now that Alesha's the champ, all right, you got a first date with her. Where would you take her?
Well, honestly, I would take her somewhere fun. I would honestly challenge her. It would be like go-karting or shooting or somewhere fun where we could like compete against each other because that's the kind of person I am. I would like to have fun, right?
Yeah.
Go-karting is the shit. I love go-karting.
Yeah, go-karting is really fun.
Go-karting is a phenomenal time.
You know what's cool? There's I went to the thing where they put you in this giant tube and it's like skydiving, but you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, those are pretty cool. They have those in the mall in Hollywood.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is fun. So like something, an activity where it's fun like that. But no, I think you're incredibly fine. But I just it made it kind of creepy because he's like, "You're in your 50s, all right? Now I'm R. Kelly. All of a sudden I'm R. Kelly and I'm peeing on your back. What the hell?"
Want some candy?
And Ween is like, "I take you to a gun range and I put a gun to your head."
Yeah.
All right, Alesha.
Well, that's later in the night.
That's later, of course.
Yeah. What if she's just waiting for you to die in a couple of years, bro? You never know.
That's true.
All right, Alesha. I think where would I take her? I think we would go do something fun. Maybe go to an amusement park or somewhere fun at night. Right? Then we would at the end.
Fun at night.
I would take her by the beach
where it's dark and there's no people.
Then we would have milkshakes.
and then I'd get some duct tape.
And then no witnesses. And then in the morning, Planned Parenthood.
Oh, dude, I'm Plan B.
Where this went, it went left somewhere, but I know that Adam was driving. When we went left.
All right.
But no, I'm just going to ask a question, chill, because I know you can. The reason I wanted to ask you, so I mean, now that you got this, you said possibly the UFC, if that would be your next thing. I mean, do you have like a plan that you would go about to get? I mean, now that you're champ, you probably have to defend a few times and then go. You try to go.
I would like to defend it, but also at the same time, I can kind of, if there are big offers on the table, then I can explore my options.
Yeah, if they offer, I would fucking go.
I mean, you're not going to say no to the UFC.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
but
I'll tell you. I mean, Kay Hansen was a girl. We had her on the podcast all the time. She was like 5-5, then 8-5. She went every week. She went to UFC, fights Zheng Yu Fry, who was the champ, and beat her. I mean, I think that sometimes people, I'm not saying Invicta's not the big show. It is the big show. But in the big show, they just show up.
Yeah. Yep,
So-
I think so too.
Yeah, I watched a few people that had came from Bellator. And, well, Bellator's still no joke. I don't know why people sometimes
I don't know
comment.
I mean, the UFC is taking a gamble because they're taking Michael Chandler and they're bringing him over to Fight Island, and he's going to step in for Khabib or Gaethje. And some people think that, like Kevin Lee said, Dana's doing that to embarrass Bellator because he'll get murked by those guys and he'll show you, hey, your guys can't hang. That's a fucking Chandler could beat either of those guys. I mean, Chandler.
I agree. That is absolutely on point.
At that level, anyone could win. Especially you got a guy like Michael Chandler, who is nobody's pushover. That dude can definitely. I don't know. I mean, that's a weird.
I don't think that's what Dana's doing. I don't think that's Dana saying "fuck you, Bellator." I think that's Dana just giving him an opportunity. I don't personally think Chandler should get that opportunity to be an alternate for the title, right? He hasn't really put in the work, right? He hasn't. I don't feel like he deserves that. But Chandler,
I think he should fight somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe give him a top 5 guy, right? Like let him have a fight in there first, because Chandler was the Bellator champ. He's beat a lot of the top guys, right? He's beat Eddie Alvarez.
But he's not
Who was
the
his
current
UFC champ?
He's not
He's not the current champ, but he's still a top 5 guy, right?
I want to
Top
see
10
him
guy.
versus Poirier. That'd be a great fight. I mean,
I think he did. I think he'd give him some business. He'd give him the business, but Poirier is no joke.
I think that'd be a good fight. I think Poirier could beat Chandler.
I think he could too, but I think that Chandler would give him a fight. It wouldn't be like you said, no pushover. He's no pushover.
Now Chandler said that Khabib has never fought a Division I wrestler, and I was like, you know what? That's true, and I understand that. Like, look, at a certain level, it doesn't matter if you're D1, D2, D3. I mean, Usman was not a D1 wrestler, and look how good he's doing, but he hasn't fought a D1 wrestler. I mean, Ferguson and was he was a D1. He was an All-American. He's never fought an All-American. But do you think that actually makes a difference?
Yes, absolutely. I think that Chandler. I saw the interview when he said that, and he said also you got to understand he hasn't fought someone like that, and he got more power in his hands. I think than people give him even more credit. I think Chandler would. I know Khabib is a monster. To me, he's a monster. But even with Gaethje, I just think that Gaethje got that shit right now, and I think that he's going to give him problems.
Alesha, Khabib or Gaethje, who wins?
Khabib.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Vince?
I think Khabib's going to win, but I want Gaethje to win.
I like Gaethje a lot.
Yeah, I like Gaethje.
I don't know who wins. I'm just going to do the safe bet and pick Khabib.
Now, Alesha,
But see, that's the safe bet, Ween.
I know.
Alesha,
It's Khabib, dude. It's freaking Khabib.
We have a beautiful champion on our thing. We have to make this very cringy. So, Alesha, a lot of girls come on the podcast and say they would never date a guy they could beat up. A guy has to be able to protect them. Are you in that camp?
I kind of, yeah. A guy needs to be able to protect me. I don't need to date a fighter, but they need to be able to protect me.
Got it. Weendawg, you're out.
They need to be able to take a blow or two before she takes over.
He should at least take 2, 3, 4 hits, and then she has to jump in and armbar the dude. Like, sorry,
exactly.
take over.
Before she take the heels off and double leg him.
Obviously, I know you're a big guy. Shang, you're like, what, 230, 240? You fought before. You pack a mean punch.
I'll make fun of his weight. Why don't you add him?
I know. I'm 6'2", though. I'm
So, would you ever date a girl that could beat you up?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah. I mean, that don't have shit to do with it. And hopefully I won't make her mad enough to beat me up. So how about that? But no, I would want, like, I agree. You have to be able to protect whoever you're with. And 1,000%, I just feel like a woman would appreciate a guy that if we were at a bar and a guy got out of line with her, you'd have to be able to protect her and drop that dude. Like I was after a gig, I was doing a show up in San Francisco, and I saw that happen, and the dude didn't do shit. And that's just not, that relationship's not going to last.
No, I've had so many girls say to me, like, that I've dated, like, hey, I feel so good to be around someone that can protect me. I'm like, you must have dated some pussies before. But if I'm number one on this fucking list, like, who the fuck did you date before me?
No, Adam can go though. I mean, Adam, his record with other comics is he's definitely champion.
I do, yeah. But I mean, look, I may be one of the tougher guys in Starbucks, but compared to the real fighters, it's a whole different level.
Oh yeah, no, I tried with a couple. I went to a gym and thought, okay, when I was younger, that's pretty good. And then you realize, you go, oh fuck, did he take me down 4 times in a row? Ah, shit, I need to shut up. Because you know what it is? You know what? If it's stand-up, it's different. But when you get a good wrestler, you feel like a fish out of water. You go, what the fuck? When they grab you, go, what is this, gorilla strength?
But it even goes worse than that. And then you get someone, you look at like Mackenzie Dern, who falls down throwing a kick and then fucking submits the girl, Randa Marcos. You're like, holy shit. Like, if I were her, that would be my plan every time. Just like get a banana peel, fucking fall on my head. And then that's got to be so frustrating when somebody's so good at one particular thing. I mean, Vince.
Well, is that what you think? But Wayne, you said you go with the safe bet with Habib. Yeah. I keep saying Khabib or Habib, but because he's such a mauler, he wrestles bears and shit. I thought that was a joke, and he really, as a kid, wrestled bears. I thought they were fucking with me. Like comics were like, "No, I'm serious, dude. He wrestled bears," and I looked it up. Yeah, he's a monster.
Well,
so
we
you
had him
think
on the
that's
podcast
fine?
back in the day. We had him on the podcast, and then we had T-Rex was the co-host time. I go, "Hey, we have somebody that wants a rematch," and he went, "Hurr," and he pretended he was the bear. And then Khabib started laughing. He goes, "You guys are crazy." I'm like, "We're crazy. You're the one who fucking wrestled bears. You big psycho."
You know who else wrestled bears growing up was Lance Palmer and Colin Palmer.
Really?
They did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, Lance Palmer's a fucking little brick shithouse too.
Lance Palmer's crazy. Look, I like Lance Palmer. He's a friend of mine. Dude, he won $2 million so far.
Dude, he's wild too, man.
And he
He's an
wants to
ultimate
leave
fighter.
the PFL because they canceled the season this year, which I understand. I mean, first of all, they have a league. At the time they canceled it, everything was canceled. They didn't know they were going to have these bubble fights. But you won $2 million. Like what, dude? Did you already spend the fucking money?
You probably got taxed half of that, first of all, and then who knows?
Yeah, that's not going to be actual $2 million, Adam. It's going to be way less.
He realistically got probably a third of it. 2/3.
He lives in Michigan. Tops. It's like $8 to buy a house there. I mean,
okay. You know what else? No, I was going to ask you guys. Like I watched. I watched Cormier from the beginning to when he lost, and I didn't realize like his wrestling is. Like, that's why I said wrestlers. You better be on point because I saw him just mauling motherfuckers, and that's why I think. Habib, and I saw him wrestle Habib, and Habib was giving him problems.
He's an example like why you never fight anyone at a bar. Because if you look at like Cormier, right, and then you look at like Ronnie from Jersey Shore, right, and you're like, oh, who's the guy you don't want to fuck with at the bar? On the set, you're going to be like, oh, that fucking meathead with the huge, but it's Cormier that's going to throw you out of the fucking out of the state. Ronnie might land a punch. But
physically, you look at him and go, "Oh, what is this guy going to your?"
But then Ronnie one time at a fight.
But then Roy Nelson was another one that physically you look at him and go, "I don't know," but he could knock your eye through your asshole.
He looks like a guy that could fight, though, Roy Nelson.
But I'm saying, if you physically,
he looks like the toughest guy at Sturgis.
Because he does look like the toughest guy at Sturgis.
Yeah,
I liked when he had that long mullet. That shit looked dope.
I thought that was dope.
Dude, my favorite was when he was an Ultimate Fighter, and he's like, they had Kimbo as the special surprise guest, and he said it was gonna be a surprise. Yeah, I thought he was talking about me, and then like he picked up, and then Dana White was like, Roy Nelson really impressed himself this season. He impressed himself.
Hilarious.
That's the best thing about MMA is when I remember Joe Rogan when Mayhem was fighting. He goes, yeah, this next guy. He goes, Mayhem Miller has retard strength, and then. Like during a fight, he said he had a retard strength. And then,
my God.
And then
I say that shit all the time too.
Then he said when Chael was fighting Anderson Silva and Anderson was getting the shit beaten out of him for like 3 rounds. Joe was like, I wonder what Steven Seagal told him. Because Steven Seagal was in the corner. And then Goldie's like, shut up, Joe, or something. He's like, no, I really want to know what Steven Seagal told him. So
okay, you brought that up. I watched both. Watched Anderson Silva's like rise. I never saw that coming. I just so thought he was going to lose that fight. I was like, where the fuck did he pull that out?
The fucking Chael. Well, Chael even said though that somebody told him it was the wrong round. Like his corner said it was the 4th round. It was the 5th. And that
he literally had like a minute to go, and he got him.
I was so pissed. I was like depressed for like a week after that.
I think that would have been like that was like the upset of the century, but it could have been. I think either way, that would have been the upset of the century in that fight.
No, you don't think? I mean, he wasn't a 10-1. Ronda Rousey.
No, but like for Chael to beat Silva, because at the time Silva was like indestructible, right? He was just like made of steel. No one could beat him. No one could even touch Silva. And then Chael like fucked him up that whole fight, and then lost at the very end. So it was like super crazy win, right, for Silva, because Silva beat him in the last like few seconds. But like it would have been a crazy win for fucking Sonnen, because he was beating his ass all the time, and no one even touched Silva before that.
Yeah, but what about GSP Matt Serra? Well, I mean, that was.
Oh no!
When Sarah won.
What?
When Sarah won?
Yeah.
That was probably a big upset.
People were.
The biggest upset, Alesha, wouldn't you say? I think Ronda Rousey was the biggest upset.
He was like 3 years old when that fight happened.
I know. She knows
No.
it.
Rousey at home?
No, I would still say the Chael and if Chael would have won that fight, that would have been fucking insane.
But Ronda Rousey was.
History would have been different if Chael won that fight. History would have been different.
Definitely. Completely different.
History would have been different.
And I think that he would have the same thing would have happened. They fought twice and he lost twice and he lost badly.
You think so? What if the same thing happened with Silva? Badly. What if the same thing that happened with Silva and Weidman happened with Silva and Sonnen? What if it happened earlier in Silva's career, right? You never know. Wow. The Weidman Silva thing would have never happened. A lot of other fights would never happen.
I got something even crazier, right?
Butterfly effect.
So Mark Kerr and Kurt Angle fought each other. Do you know who Mark Kerr is?
I know who Kurt Angle is.
Yeah.
So they wrestled to make the Olympic team, and Kurt Angle won by 1 point, right? So Kurt Angle becomes the Olympic champion, WWE champion. Mark Kerr goes to the Ultimate Fighter, becomes the Pride champion, right? So what if that 1 point, like, would have flipped everything? You know, like, does Kurt Angle become the MMA champion? Does Mark Kerr become there's so many things sometimes you can do that, like those 1 point things.
Like I'll give you an example. I think after Ronda Rousey got murked, after that, her whole vibe was different. Her whole thing. I think she went from like on top of the world to just slowly just disintegrated.
Or like sad when she went to the airport and had a pillow over her head when paparazzi was there and she just wouldn't show her face because of her black eye. I was just like,
Well, yeah, but she talked. But you know what? She made herself the heel, and she didn't have to. Fuck that. She could have just been a champion, and she made herself start coming off like an asshole.
I don't know if she made herself do that. I think that's.
I kind of agree with that. I didn't like her persona. Her
persona. She
bad
started
girl
acting,
persona.
Yeah,
she's not that kind of person.
She got murked. Come on, let's keep it real. She got murked, and there's a couple of fighters I've seen that where their persona changes, and I go, "That's not you. What the fuck are you doing?" And then after that, they change. But you like the show. You like the craziness part of it. I like respectful fighters. The reason I like
Jerry.
That's why he likes Kobe Covington. He talks all this shit, but I'm saying
that's not true. I like both.
You like both? Come on, Adam.
I like when people. If they do talk shit, they can back it up. That's what I do like. And look, Tito Ortiz was not go out and fucking he was the grave digger. You know, I mean, this is not new. I mean, Muhammad Ali had a persona. People have personas in sports. It's how they sell tickets.
But no. When you see them as a fighter when they're first coming up and they're nothing like that, and then they switch up, you go, fuck out of here, man. Come on, man. Like, that's what I mean. It's like there's certain people that are the same all the way through, and they're still champions, and they still, Usman changed a little bit. But Usman talked a lot of. He was like, "Yo, you want it, you can get it," and he's always said that to people. You want it, you can get it, and he has. When he called people out, he backed it up. Yeah. But there's a way you do it, and some people come off clownish to me.
Yeah,
But you hit me up sometime and say, yeah, but I like that. And you tease me and you tweet, you inbox me. Yeah.
He does love that shit. He does that shit.
He has a political show on Instagram, and I always put in like, so how about that Colby Covington? It has nothing to do with what he's talking about. Because
I really wanted Kobe to lose.
I fucking troll his show just to get him. And you start laughing. You'll be like, fucking the police brutality and George Floyd. You're like, and then I'll be like, everyone's like holding up black fist emojis. And I'm like, so have you congratulated Kobe yet on his win? Just to piss him off.
He does it. He really does. He trolls me. But what I'm saying is like, if you watch how, and Ween's extreme. Come on, you got to admit, George St. Pierre, even though he's not fighting anymore, I got it. Wasn't he one of the more, like even when he lost, he would always come over.
21. All right, Alesha, let's talk about Alesha. Right?
I agree.
Okay, well, I'll ask Alesha. Alesha, don't you think that?
Okay, Alesha, I know that I know that you're half pint, right?
Yeah.
Is that going to be your shtick, or are you going to go out with like Alesha, the seductive nudist kind of topless girl who?
The lingerie model.
Half pint is going to stay.
Okay.
It's my nickname. It's kind of branded at this point.
Right. What about
I like that though.
What about like great in bed or something? Something that like really sticks out. Like,
I mean that's why I post the other pictures, so
okay. You get guys
don't get confused,
Little hints.
So they can get I'm
Right.
sexy, but I'll fuck you up.
I have a question for Alesha.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
So I am a big fan of the Alesha Zappitella YouTube channel. And on this YouTube channel, you have posted some videos of you doing these one bite challenges where you just shove food in your face. I am a huge fan of the cream pie video.
Thank you.
I was wondering if
that doesn't sound like food.
I was wondering if you were gonna if you plan on exploring this field of entertainment, like maybe after every fight you do like a mukbang video, something like that. Maybe
that's actually what I was gonna do.
A mukbang is like when you have like a hot chick and she has like a giant like table full of food in front of her and she just records herself eating everything on the table over like 20 minutes.
Yep.
I think that'd be a great path for you.
How long do you finish when you watch these videos? How long does it take you to?
Oh, I don't even last 2 seconds, dude. It's just like in bed,
He blows before he gets fully hard.
I haven't done a one bite challenge yet after this fight, so I still have to figure out what I should do. Mm-hmm. People like the ice cream one a lot. Yeah. And then the cream pie one, people like that one, I guess.
The cream pie one, everybody likes that.
Vince does the 8,000 bite challenge. He just actually eats fucking everything for lunch. It's the buffet challenge. You take one bite of it.
I see family meals for 6 and I say challenge accepted.
Yeah, exactly.
And I smash that shit.
All right, no more.
So hungry right now.
All right, now I'm angry. Now I'm scared. Okay.
Now you want some pasta. Tell the truth. Now
I'm hungry. I'm starving. I want to go to my fridge.
He keeps flexing for Alesha. What is that, dude? You keep going like this.
This is early for me, bro. I just woke up.
Oh, sorry.
This is like morning time for me. This is morning time for me. You want to see a flex, bro?
So who do you want to fight next, Vince?
Someone that possibly could beat me, but most likely I'll win. That way I get a fat paycheck out of it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I kind of want to fight someone with a little bit of a name. I don't want to take a step backwards. I'm eyeballing some top 10 guys, maybe some top 15 guys. And I already talked to Shelby about a couple people, so we'll see who I fight next.
Do you want to fight on Fight Island? We have 5 weeks at Fight Island. Do you have any aspirations to go over to Abu Dhabi?
Dude, I was thinking about that, and I kind of do, but I was thinking, like, if it's going to be crazy COVID rules, like they're shuttling us in and out, like, no, I don't want to do it. Because I want to take a vacation out of it too, right? Like, I want to stay out there and party and whatnot. Because Abu Dhabi is, like, a really nice fucking place to be. Like, if you've never been there, it's, like, amazingly beautiful.
It's like the Vegas of the Middle East.
Is it? No, I've seen the
shits on Vegas. It shits on Vegas, bro. Like, it's
really? It shits on Vegas?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the money that's, like, out in these Middle Eastern
I like Vegas.
Yeah,
so it's really nice though.
So last news: Jessie Jess had $17.50 before she won on Saturday. That was her bank statement. She posted her bank statement and said, "Dana, I wish I would have got the bonus. I had $17.50." How do we help Jessie Jess? I like Jessie Jess. Right. So this is Alesha.
Oh, hello. Hi, cute guy.
Say hi.
Hi.
What did she just say?
How did you have a child that cute with you?
She is very fucking adorable.
That's what they always say to fathers. Like, how did you have a kid so beautiful and look at your face?
He's like, UPS guy.
My kid's gonna be so ugly.
The UPS guy.
Say thank you.
Aww, your voice is adorable.
This is Vince. Say hi, Vince.
Oh, you like my laugh? I love her already.
Say hi, Shang.
Hi.
Say hi, Alesha.
You don't say hi to him.
Hi.
Say hi, Alesha. Say congrats on being the champ.
Hi.
Thank you. Stay away from Weendawg. Okay, well, listen, guys.
Stay away from Weendawg. That's hilarious.
Well, listen, that is our show today. What do you have coming up, Vince?
I'm gonna eat some food because I'm starving right now.
Yes.
I'm gonna stretch, do a little workout, rest for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go train later tonight.
Got it. Well, good luck, Vince. You're the best.
I want to ask you one quick question before we go. The co-main event this weekend, with the fight, do you consider
Jan versus Dominic Reyes?
Dominic Reyes? No, I think it's going to be a good fight. I don't know why people are sleeping on it.
I think it's going to be a very evenly matched fight. I think Jan has a little bit of the advantage, but I think it's going to be a very good fight.
You think Giannis? I think Giannis is going to win. I think Jan has a little bit of advantage on Reyes. I think Reyes has a lot of holes that Jan is going to take advantage of with his striking. But Reyes is a tough dude too, and he could take some shots. So we'll see, dude. He did go full rounds with John Jones.
Yeah, he ate some
which
shots.
I was stunned.
That's
that's tough to do. John Jones is no joke, but I still think Giannis is going to fucking. I think he's going to get the belt. That's real shit. I really do.
Yeah, dude. Me too. Jan all day.
I got Reyes.
That means Jan is going to win for sure.
I got Reyes.
I think that Jan is he's lost a bunch of fights. I think the fights he's won, he's been losing and just catches people, like the Luke Rockhold fight. He's got crazy power. I think Reyes is too slick. I think he's a special fighter, and I think he really wants John Jones again. I think that fight, even though he lost, gave him a lot of confidence because I think he thought he won, and most people did. So I think Jan's
he O'Malley'd himself. I didn't lose that fight.
a little different circumstances.
Let's say Jan.
Wow. Everybody but Adam.
Wait, what? Oh, going Jan?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we all went with it. And Adam's like, nah, I'm sorry. He's going to lose.
So
was he on the show? Was he on the show? Is that why?
No, Reyes is a buddy of mine now. Where can people follow you, Alesha?
People can follow me at Alesha Zapp on Instagram and Twitter. Those are my favorite ones. And also on Facebook. You can find my YouTube at YouTube/halfpint6. I think that's all. And
Shang, what can people follow you and talk about your Instagram show?
Oh yes, I get trolled on by Adam. It's called Savage AF. We're doing pretty well. We get about 2,000 people, and people sneeze. We get 2,000 people a day to check it out, which is a blessing. And you can follow me at comedian Shang, SHANG. There's not a lot of brothers named Shang, so you'll find me easily. You'll see my pumpkin head, so.
A pumpkin head.
I got a pumpkin head.
Like I said it.
Weendawg?
Go subscribe to the Joe Perez Show YouTube channel. That's it.
I will be headlining the House of Comedy in Minneapolis October 1st to the 4th. Make sure you guys check that out. And I do a Zoom show every Friday night. And I'm shooting my hour special November 4th.
Oh, shit. What
a date, dude. We got a date.
Yeah, we got a date on that. Thank you, Alesha. Thanks for being a great sport.
Thank you.
For all these ridiculous questions. Thank you, guys. Vince, great. I hope you're not mad about all the weight comments and that you still come on the podcast. And thanks, Vince, for being so good to actually responding to my texts. It's only 7-1.
Dude. Honestly, hey, last night when you were blowing me up, I was playing GTA.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy that you're very busy.
Just those little jabs. It was only 7-1, but it's fine.
It's like, hey, Vince, see you tomorrow, right? Nothing. Me, 7 question marks.
I'm trying to sell drugs, Adam. Leave me alone.
It's like, and then it's like this morning, Vince, you're still coming on the show today, right, Vince? Is this Vince? Is this still Vince's phone? And then finally, like, I'll be there, bro. I'm like, what is this? Like, I feel like this is the fucking booty call.
Okay, I had a late night, and he woke me up, and I'm sorry I was a little aggressive when I woke up, okay?
All right, no problem. All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much. Ween, let's
man.
get right now. Thank you.
Later.
Thank you.
You fucker. I love you, Adam.